Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Again, videos a day from Matchmaker Highlights Daily. Again, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that. Ciao.
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
One girl said, Gina, I shouldn't tell you about Sprinkle Sprinkle, because it's like, well, they don't want to let Gina know about this whole subject matter of getting men's money and paying your bills and all this stuff.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we've got a clip from a matchmaker who absolutely nails how toxic the Sprinkle Sprinkle witch mentality is for women who actually want long-term stable relationships. If you're looking for coaching or mentorship, do your due diligence before wasting your precious time, money, and energy on a fraud who just tells you what you want to hear. Let's dive in.
As a professional matchmaker who works with super wealthy men, some of the richest and most well-known men in the world, ladies, today I'm going to tell you what I think about.
I mean, from how confident this lady seems, she seems like she knows what she's talking about.
Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hang on. Listen, I think some of her things are fine and borderline ridiculous. I think, though, the problem is that you ladies think it's attainable.
Yes.
And it's not attainable. It's popular. It's popular for her videos. And one girl said, Gina, I shouldn't tell you about Sprinkle Sprinkle, because it's like, well, they don't want to let Gina know about this whole subject matter of getting men's money and paying your bills and all this stuff. And I actually had a girl who booked a love consultation with me, which is a call that you can book with me. And she seemed like a sweet girl. She had no clue, though. She was going to nursing school and she was also a dancer. Sweet girl. But boy had no clue. She was raised on social media. She'd watched all the videos about men should pay your bills. She ends up going out with this guy. And on the first date, she says, well, I'm going to need $7,000 a month. You understand that makes you sound like a prostitute, right?
This is pure gold. She said it. She said it, not me. But
$7,000 a month on the first date. Yeah, girl. You're crazy.
I don't disagree.
Crazy.
You know who else pointed this out? Esther Villar in her book, The Manipulated Man. Janice, read.
By the age of 12 at the latest, most women have decided to become prostitutes. Or, to put it another way, they have planned a future for themselves which consists of choosing a man and letting him do all the work. In return for his support, they are prepared to let him make use of their vagina at certain given intervals. The minute a woman has made this decision, she ceases to develop her mind. She may, of course, go on to obtain various...
Damn. That's a true statement right there. As soon as this decision has been developed, they stop developing their mind. Oh my God, there's so many women that stopped aging at the age of 16, 12, 14 is what she's saying. They still have that same mind. Oh!
Degrees and diplomas.
This right here highlights why so many women flock to the Sprinkle Witch mindset. It's validation for the lifestyle they already want. She's not teaching them how to build healthy relationships. She's preaching to the choir.
And then it turned out she actually really liked this guy. She was like, but how do I get him to really like me, Gina? I'm like, you can't. Once you talk about money, once you ask a man to pay your bills, it is no longer about romance, my friend. Romance is off the table at that point, all right?
Yep.
That guy, if he did like you, if he was interested and maybe saw, oh, I'd love to date this girl. She's going to nursing school. She's getting her education. Of course, he probably didn't know she was a dancer. But the fact that she mentioned about paying her bills now puts her in an entirely different category. So you have to figure out what you want. Are you trying to date these affluent, successful men because you want to have children with them, have a future, raise these great kids who go to great schools and become these great people and be part of a power couple? So if you want that, then you never want to ask a man in the early stages of dating to pay your bills.
This is where modern women completely drop the ball. It's like demanding heat before even gathering firewood. Social media became their steroids, flooding them with attention, inflating their egos, and making them believe that all it takes is some makeup and a designer bag to deserve the world.
No, like this sucks. Like I'm sad. Like I want love and I deserve it.
And to make it worse, these so-called dating coaches keep feeding them delusions just to cash in.
In fact, you should never ask him to pay your bills at all. If you're dating a guy who's successful and he wants you to travel with him and he doesn't want you to keep your traditional job that you have, he will offer to take care of you. That is something he will offer down the road. So if he's offering it right away, you ain't gonna be his life partner and just sees you for something. He wants to get you on the payroll. Same thing as when you ask for money out of the gate, okay? So when it becomes transactional, whether he's mentioning or you're mentioning it in the early stages of dating, that is all that relationship is gonna be, transactional. And if you're cool with that, okay. But I think the majority of women are delusional when it comes to that. You think you can have that and be, part of the power couple, the wife on his arm at the gala and the functions,
That's
and the
what they
woman
want.
he's proud to have the mother of his children.
That he's paying for, in a sense, to every month, right?
No.
This whole idea of a power couple is foolishness. It all sounds good to women, but in reality, most don't want to build. They want to arrive. They're not looking for a partnership. They're looking for a finish line. And the moment the power shifts in his favor, it's no longer a power couple. It's a power struggle. And just like that, she's gone. Because let's be real. When have you ever seen a power couple where the woman actually sticks around when times get tough?
True.
They love the idea of building together until it requires...
Well, I mean, does Jay-Z and Beyonce count? Everybody counts them as a power couple. To me, I don't think they are, but...
actual sacrifice, until it means struggling before success, until it means supporting a man through his grind instead of just reaping the rewards. Pay close attention to this next clip.
Last night, for example, so he drove from Texas, like he was driving for 30 hours basically, and like I get that he was exhausted and just wanted to get home. But you would think, since I'm on the way home, you would try and see me or like something.
Why would we go out of our way to see miserable women?
And that just wasn't the case. Basically just passed my exit and kept going.
Yep.
And I just don't understand that. I haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
You see, she doesn't get it. This man is exhausted. And the last thing he needs to do is entertain her after grinding all day. Instead of thinking, how can I bring him peace? She's thinking, why isn't he prioritizing me? The foolishness. And that's
I mean, the man drove 30 hours.
exactly why he drove straight home, to where there's peace and quiet, to where he doesn't have to deal with emotional demands on top of everything else. Because men don't run from love, they run from drain.
Run! Get to the chopper!
And when a man has options, he's always going to choose the place that refuels him, not the one that drains him. At the end of the day, these modern women lack wifey skills, and most of them are just exhausting to be around. That's why they keep losing to the women who get it. Because let's be honest, for most of them, it was never about the man. It was about the transaction, what he can provide, what he can upgrade, what he can fund. These relationships aren't about love, they're about leverage. And the truth is, most of these so-called power couples are just ticking time bombs because their foundation was never built on loyalty. It was built on lifestyle. And when the money slows down, when the attention fades, when the struggle kicks in, she's not riding it out. She's riding off to the next winner. That's the cold reality they don't want to admit. It was never us against the world. It was as long as you can fund my world.
Question of the day. Can you tame an F-boy? You know what I mean, right? Hang on, let's talk about it. F-boy, for those of you who don't know, is a guy who likes to play around. He's not a guy who's boyfriend material. He's just good for fun, if you know what I mean. But so many ladies are hooked on the idea of taming that bad boy. But I want you to look at it like this and ask yourself this one important question. Can you turn a cobra into a baby lamb? I don't think so.
One of the most poisonous, deadliest creatures into... Aww.
Same goes for F-boys. An F-boy might be tamed for a very short period of time. He may behave. He even maybe marry you. He might marry you. But I believe, it is my belief, that they will always return to their old ways at some point. So buyer beware.
As we pointed out in our Twilight Zone video, it was fathers who vetted and approved the men their daughters would marry. But modern women, they fought to take that responsibility for themselves. And in doing so, proved exactly why that system existed in the first place. Women are impulsive when it comes to mate selection, driven more by emotions and attraction than by long-term stability. And now, they're facing the consequences. That's why there's no need to feel sorry for them when Chad and pump and dump them. They are the gatekeepers of sex. And if they fail to choose wisely, that's on them. Accountability isn't oppression, it's reality.
No, it doesn't work like that. Okay? Okay, I hope it helps.
Now can I get a drizzle drizzle?
Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle drizzle.
Shout out to real matchmakers giving out real advice to real women. And instead of this sprinkle stuff and turning women into prostitutes. It is a sad thing when women stop developing their minds. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you next time.